Welcome back to Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel. Hope you're all having a wonderful day. We are back with Azamina Whitewoods, although if you watched the last video, I said that the deck list that I was playing in that was not the final product. This is also not the final product. And it's like, it's just not great. It's not a great deck list. I wouldn't play this nowadays. I don't play this nowadays. I've changed it. I now have 3 Sylvie. I'm not playing 3 Rusi anymore. My extra deck's changed a fair bit. I have a Barone, unfortunately. But like, Formula Synchron was in here because I thought it was funny. I also thought it'd be a funny way to just draw a card on my opponent's turn. It's a special summon and not a synchro summon, which makes sense, but, you know. Diabell's not as broken as I thought it was. My opponent has decided to go first, and they're going to start with Heart of the Blue Eyes, discarding to add Millennium On from deck to hand. Yeah, okay. Activate the effect of Sangajin to place it in the spell and trap zone. Effect to summon, revealing Millennium Ankh to add a Millennium Monster. Yes, sir. Wait, then you can add. I didn't know that. Are they all cans? If this card is in your hand, place in this field. Golem reveals Ankh, does all of that stuff. Then you can add. They are all bends. Wow. Also, the Sangajin. Oh, sorry. I guess if you haven't seen the Millennium before, Millennium is an archetype that like puts the monsters from the hand into the spell and trap zone, and then they summon themselves and can add a card, which is pretty dang cool. Wedgie Temple does the same thing. Places a monster from hand to place a monster from deck. The link 2 into Silhouette Rabbit, which I don't know why you did this now, but okay. Silhouette placing Angel Statue as a rune. Then he's going to activate Millennium Monk, revealing the 5 pieces of Exodia in his hand, or deck or face of field, to special summon an Exodia, the unstoppable Exodia incarnate. So the Silhouette Rabbit left the field because after you summon Exodia, it shuffles all monsters that aren't Exodia, Forbidden One, or Millenniums back into the deck. Which, like, if you had just left the 2 Millennium monsters on field, I couldn't use Impulse to negate the summon, which, you know, you can't anyways. I couldn't use Epsilon, or Delta I think it is, to negate the spell card, because Millennium Golem stops me from negating the activated effect of Millennium Ankh. So, like, leave them on the field, summon Exodia, link into Silhouette place. And you have Silhouette, Azarune, and Exodia. And then Exodia during the end phase will activate its effect to set an Exod or obliterate spell or trap from the deck. Setting Exod Fires of Rage, which if you control a level 10 or higher Exodia monster, destroy all cards your opponent controls, which is pretty good. Main phase will activate Imperm on the Exodia, which is going to negate. Generally, you don't ever want to negate a card. Okay, so if a card is targeting you to negate your monster's effect, you normally wouldn't negate this because it plays into cards like Triple Tactics Talents or Thrust, which is why I waited till the main phase to Imperm this. But this card also has cannot be destroyed by opponent's card effects, and it has a battle phase effect, so it's more reasonable to negate this. But regardless, I'm going to take control of one monster my opponent controls, taking the Exod, and now taking the Exodia, and now he cannot use Exod. Instead of sending this to the graveyard, I thought it'd be funny to leave it on the field so I can just go battle phase and attack the game, but Azarune's there, so I don't want that. Diabell Star is going to send from my hand to the graveyard Diabell's to summon herself. Then on summon, she's going to set a simple spell trap from the deck, and he's going to chain Effect Veiler. I don't actually know why I couldn't, but I wasn't able to negate the effect of Azarune. I just couldn't. I was toggled on, but like I couldn't negate the activation. So I don't really get it. I don't know why, but I was extremely confused as to why this didn't attempt to activate. But sure. Diabell Star goes there, gets negated, will activate Tails to add from deck to hand Sylvie, so a little bit of follow-up after the battle phase. Little when Sylvie used the effect to add Woes to the White Forest, and now we will declare an attack with our Diabell Star. And at the start of the damage step, yes, this gets to destroy the card that destroyed it. Exodia can declare an attack, and if this card battles during damage calculation, this card gains attack equal to my life points, meaning it gains 8,000 attack. Good job! I have selected to go first, and I drew a pretty okay hand. We'll use Hallowed Azamina, sending away Sinful Spoil Subdual to summon out Murcielago from my extra deck. Okay, no Maxi or Fuelos. Effect on summon to add a Sinful Spoil Trap, and he's going to Ash Blossom that. Yeah. I don't know if I was toggled on or not, but I probably would have called by this if it were up to me. I guess I must not have been. Hallowed Azamina is going to return the extra as back to my hand. And then Effective LZ in hand, sending away Hallowed to summon itself, and add a Sylvie. We will normal with Sylvie and declare its effect to add from deck to hand Tails of the White Forest. We'll Synchro 6 into Ruciela, who on summon will allow me to send away the Tails to add a Woes. Tails will reset itself because it was sent to the graveyard by activating a monster effect, and then I can activate Tails to add from deck to hand LZ, Azamina of the White Forest. Now we can use Azamina's effect in hand to reveal or special summon a White Forest or Azamina from my hand. Then we'll Synchro 8 into our Diabell, Queen of the White Forest, which is such a cool artwork. Effective LZ in Graveyard to add a Simple Spoils card because it was sent as a Synchro material. And effective Diabell to target and reset the Simple Spoil in the graveyard. Which, yeah, this is a pretty good hand, to be honest. Effect to add Morian. And that's 4 interactions. Just in our back row. We have Simple Spoils Number, which flips one face down. Woes, which summons in Synchros. Subdual, which summons an Illusion. And Call by the Grave. So damn, Sylvie during the end phase will send back the Rusiella to summon itself back out, which means we can now do Woes to summon out LZ from deck and immediately Synchro. I didn't want to draw into a Pistol or a Call by or something, so I'd rather do it now. Main phase, Saphira discard. I let this resolve for some reason. Not sure why I didn't Call by this. I should probably toggle off again. I'm not good at toggling. We'll activate Simple Spoil Subdual and also chain Called by the Grave on this. Wanted to see if Simple Spoil Subdual would resolve or if they had a response. They did not, so that meant they didn't have another Ash Blossom in hand, so Woes of the White Forest would resolve. Banishing Saphira means that they do not get to summon out the ritual aside from using a Prayers in hand if they have one. Activate Effective Barrier to add a Voiceless Voice card, which can just add the ritual spell, I actually didn't know. Or a Voiceless Voice monster. They'll set the Prayers because they can't activate spells or traps without setting them first because of the effect of Diabells. But because Diabells was summoned off of Simple Spoils of Subdual, I cannot activate its effect to pop the back row. But this card, and Simple Spoils of Subdual, turns off Sky Striker, turns off Tenpai, turns off a lot of decks because you need quick play spells to resolve. And that's why I like this card. It's very funny. They'll tribute the low from their hand to summon out Skull Guardian, Protector of the Voiceless Voice. Now they'll use the effect of Skull Guardian to add 1 and low to revive. We will go Chain Link to Morian to flip face down the Skull Guardian, Protector of the Voiceless Voice, which they will chain Ceravis to negate the activation, and then I believe I chain Diabell, sending away the Morian to summon one out from the extra deck. Yeah. So this is going to summon Silvera, then Ceravis negates Morian, so this stays face up, then low hits the field, and then Skull Guardian gets to add from right to hand Ceravis, which has to shuffle back in 2 spells, including a ritual spell. Low effect on summon, Silvera effect Chain Link 2, LZ effect is Chain Link 3 to add back to my hand. They can chain Chain Link 4 Skull Guardian to negate the LZ to add back to my hand. I'm pretty sure I should have Veilored as Chain Link 5. Oh, cannot target them. Duh, that makes sense. Since I should have Veilored Chain Link 5 to negate the effects on that, but cannot do that. We'll put both of those face down and go from there. Shuffles the 2 back into Ceravis, and I believe he goes Battle Phase, declares an attack, and I chain Woes to Synchro Summon. Specialing LZ and synchroing off into Silvera again, because it's not a once per turn. Silvera effect to flip everything face down. Because I activate a card or effect, he can return this from the hand, from the field to the hand, and immediately special summon a ritual monster from the deck or the hand. Which, fuck that effect, but okay. Yeah. Also, that does actually, now that does that say ignore summoning conditions? No, it is a special summon a light ritual from monster. So that means I believe you could Metal Tronus to special summon a ritual from deck. I'm not sure about that. I don't want to craft Metal Tronus because it's a UR. I wish it was an SR, but I would very much like to test that out because I play Metal Tronus in my Mitsurugi deck because my extra deck is fucking free. It's just Nadir Servant stuff, which means I can just fill it with Metal Tronus targets, link them off into some bullshit, fuck up my opponent, and get the effect of Metal Tronus to resolve, negating their monster effects. It's like a +3 by negating your effect. Shit's awesome. It's such a fun card to play in Mitsurugi. Silvera put the Skull Guardian face down, main phase 2, and phase Radiance effect to shuffle back, and then I believe special summon. Oh, sure, yes, adding Saphira for next turn, which is called by, but that doesn't really matter. It's not on your turn. We'll drop our turn and draw Deception. Now, Morian will reset itself because we control a level 5 or higher illusion, and because the spell or trap was set, the Diabells will activate her effect to pop the trap and to pop herself. Hallowed Azamine will activate its effect, sending away that to add back to hand Hallowed. And then we'll activate Hallowed, sending away, revealing the Murrusielago, sending away Deception, summon out Murrusielago. Mu will add a Deception, Deception on summon, or add Wanted. Oh, that works too. We'll activate Wanted, adding from to hand Diabell Star. I didn't know how this works. I mean, I didn't know at the time that you could do Hallowed and then send it, and then use Wanted afterwards, but yeah, I guess that makes sense. Wanted effect will place back in the Subdual from the grave to draw 1 card. Yeah, double Diabell Star makes sense. And you're about to see something right now. Did you know Silvera, Wolf Tamer of the Whitewood, says when your Whitewoods or Illusion and Spellcaster Synchro monsters you control gain 500 attack, and if they would declare an attack into defense position monster, inflict double piercing. It's Chaos Max on a Book of Eclipse. Sounds fucking great to me. So yeah, Skull Guardian, take 3,000. Take 1,800. Take another bit of damage, please. 2,700. And Murrusielago attack for game. Silvera is so fucking annoying. Like, Silvera is one of those cards that feels so fun to use. But playing against it is the most dog shit feeling. It's just like, good, you won the game. You did the thing. You absolutely did the thing. Yep. Well done. I won the dice roll, coin toss, and decided to go first. We will send away the woes to summon out Diabellstar. Diabellstar effect to place one, because this also made an interaction. We'll place a Morian. Active Deception. This is a fucking mistake. I should have used Tails first. I didn't mean, I guess it's trying to not play into Droll, because I fought a lot of Droll decks, but like, should have been Tails first to add Sylvie. Sylvie then can normal summon, add woes, and go from there, but... Okay, Deception effect, tributing for cost to add Hallowed. Is there a Droll? There is no Droll. We'll activate Hallowed Azamina, revealing Saint Azamina, sending away Morian and Deception to summon out Saint Azamina. And then use the effect of Saint Azamina on summon to summon out Elzette from the deck. We'll use Tails to add Sylvie from deck to hand. I'm bad. I think I'm bad at Yu-Gi-Oh! Watching this makes me feel like I'm bad at Yu-Gi-Oh! Because why the fuck did I do this? Why would I ever not just go effect, summon Ilia Sylvia, activate Tails, add Sylvie, Sylvie normal summon, add woes, and pass my turn? Because this is nothing now. Effect is going to add Tails again, and not woes for some reason. Unless I opened woes? Well, I opened woes, didn't I? Yeah, I opened woes. Okay, never mind. But still, Ilia Sylvia is not a bad card to end on. Rusiela and Elzette to add a simple spoils card, and Arciela to add a light spellcaster or a Whitewoods. Elzette will add from deck to hand Wanted. We will use the effect of Tails to reset itself. Activate the effect of Wanted to add the Diabellstar. And now we can shuffle back in a something. I actually don't know what I'm shuffling in. I don't know why I shuffled in Deception here. Oh, because Morian can reset itself, sure. Morian will reset itself back on the field, and we'll activate the effect of Hallowed Azamina, showing or shuffling back that to add this back to my hand. And I guess I passed my turn. This is dog shit, man. What the hell was I doing? I really don't know what I was doing here. Because I could have sat on an Ilia... I mean, it's more interactions. They drew well enough, but I could have just sat on an Ilia Sylvia. And like... It's not good. It's not good. If I was playing Scourge, I could then also add Scourge off of the Sylvie normal summon with Ilia Sylvie. What the fuck? What the hell name? What the hell your name? Ilia Sylvia. Okay, that is correct. I don't like that name. That's a shit name. Wolf Fusion could sit on that with Saint Azamina and then Sylvie, which would then add a simple spoils, Scourge of the Whitewoods, which could then, you know, set itself and then do something like Confusion Summon. But I guess it works. I guess. Drop a turn. Maxi. Yeah, we'll Maxi that. Thank you. Which, to be fair, there still isn't a lot of interaction. Oh, you're a piece of shit. Oh, you're a bigger piece of shit. He drew the out. That's crazy. Wedju Temple. Yup. Yes. Yep. I can't negate anything here. They do not. They do not activate as monster effects, and I can't send the Baylor to the graveyard to even negate effect. Millennium Monk. Yup. Yep. That's correct. All right. That's correct. Okay, they're all in the deck. They never hard draw them ever. Exodia, Unstoppable Incarnate. Obliterate Blaze to destroy all cards in the spell. Sorry. Obliterate Blaze gives the Exodia the effect, which says you can pay half your life points, destroy as many cards in the spell and trap zones as possible, so both players. Then equip 5 Forbidden 1 monsters from your hand and or deck to this card as a spell, so that give it 2,000 attack. Okay. 10,000. Battle phase, declare an attack. During damage calculation, makes it gain attack equal to the life points, so it's going to 14,000. And, yeah, I win! I won! Good deck. I do really wish the Azaminas, like, actually did something, because, like, it's not much of a... I prefer combo decks in Yu-Gi-Oh! I picked up the new Blue Eye stuff, and I'm not enjoying it as much because it's not a combo deck. I've been able to turn it into more of a combo deck, into Centurion stuff, with just one Atchery and one field spell, like I always play my Centurion stuff. I don't play True Day, I don't play Primera, I don't play Emblem of Oath. I don't own them, they're expensive cards. I'm not going to spend the money on a card that I don't really care about anyways. Atchery I think looks cool, and Auxila I think looks cool. And then being able to go into more of my Stardust Synchron monsters, I love that shit. So, yeah. But, having the Azaminas on field, it's just kind of like too easy. It's too quick. It's not enough like actual playing the game to have what they are, you know? That's how I feel about it. But yeah, for the first time ever, look at the left side of the screen while I'm saying goodbye. We're going to go through every card in the deck. You ready for this? Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed. I hope you've all had a wonderful day. And if you haven't, there's always the rest of your day. There's always tomorrow, the day after that, so on and so forth. Things don't get better unless you let them, so give yourself time and things will improve. I promise. How have you been enjoying the current update? I asked this last video, but I want to ask again. What's your favorite deck to play right now? Because as I said, my favorite is probably, in this current format, this Azamina deck. Azamina White Forest stuff. I'm still not a big fan of it. I really don't like that the tuners are the level 4 monsters and not the level 2s, but YuGiOh gonna Yug. Hey Yug, what the hell are you talking about, man? You can't make the Synchro 8 if the tuner monsters aren't the level 2 monsters, because then the Synchro monsters have to be the level 4. What are you talking about, Yugi? It doesn't make sense anymore. What the fuck are you? What are you talking? Okay, thank you. Listen, man, I had Oreos. I had Oreos for breakfast. I'm dying. I had too much sugar. Take care, yourselves, everyone. Bye-bye.